the Dolphins have now won 3 straight games with a 34-15 rout of New England. Tua has 11 passing TDs and just 1 interception since returning from injured reserve in Week 8. Miami has climbed to 5-6 this season. According to our analytics, they now have a 20% chance to make the playoffs, a number that would jump up to 33% with a win in Week 13, but a drop to just 13% with a loss. That tells me it's pivotal. Okay, Shannon Sharpe, where are you?
Yes.
There he is. Hello there. Are the Dolphins dangerous?
Let me answer this. Hey,
Okay.
Stephen A. Saturday, can you tell me what you think the temperatures will be mid-January in, say, Pittsburgh, Baltimore, Buffalo, Kansas City?
I'm going to guess
So how
like
dangerous do we believe they'll be
30
when
degrees?
the temperature is going to be 20 degrees? Thank you, Molly. No. Now, if they get unseasonably warm conditions in one of those four cities, sure. But the likelihood of it being 65, 70 degrees in Pittsburgh, Kansas City, Buffalo, or Baltimore that time of year isn't very likely. So with that being said, I don't think they're very dangerous at all because we've seen a pattern of play for the last 40-plus years in cold conditions. No matter how great they are going into that, we see them falter when the temperatures drop below 30 degrees. And I believe that will be the types of conditions that they'll have to play in. So I don't see them as being very dangerous at all.
I'm so tired of this. I used to have to face this nonsense as a dome team.
Really?
And I hate this craziness.
Are you soft too?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm tender. I'm not soft, I'm tender. You know what I mean? I don't want the skin to face the harsh conditions. I'm with it. But I understand what Shannon's saying. They are a different team when the weather changes. However, they are an explosive offense that can give the Baltimore Ravens fits, right? When you talk about like the weaknesses of the teams you're talking about, the ability for Hill and to go make plays after the catch, all of those things can give the best teams in the AFC concern. So do I think they're dangerous? I do think they're dangerous. I do understand the cold weather affects them. But you can overcome that. I believe in them Dolphins. Overcome some cold weather. Go make some plays. I love the Tua story. Won 3 in a row. This is a massive game this weekend. Molly, you kind of just were being funny about it, but it is a massive game winning. So I do think they're dangerous. I'm still saying they're dangerous.
Stephen A., you've lamented this weather thing all along. Where are you on this now?
Oh, we know where I'm at with it. I don't even need to discuss football. There's nothing to discuss, Jeff Saturday. There's nothing to discuss about football. I'm looking at Tua Tagovailoa. I mean, you're on the 3-game winning streak. Props to you. 3-2 since you've been back. 76% completion. 11 touchdowns, just 1 interception, a 116 passer rating. It's hot garbage. Don't mean a damn thing. Nothing. And here's why. Buffalo, Kansas City, Baltimore, potentially Pittsburgh. All of those are going to be below 40 degrees. And when it's below 40 degrees, if I remember correctly, I got to double check this stat, but if I remember correctly, I think that in the Tua era, they like 0-11. It's something along those lines, maybe 1-10 or 0-11, something like that. They're horrible. Why? Because, that weather near South Beach, bro, trust me on this. I mean, it touches you a bit differently. It's a bit tender. You understand? Very affectionate.
Watch yourself, Stephen A.
Makes you feel warm and cuddly inside. You know what I'm saying? And then you got to leave to go there and you're sitting on the bench and they got heaters and you're wrapped around and stuff. You ain't even sitting up there and your definition of keeping warm ain't warming up. You're covered in quilts and blankets on the sidelines, okay? Remember last year when they were going to go against Kansas City, Shay? What they say to me? They came to you and I for football analysis. The first words out of my mouth is, what's the temperature going to be? And they said it, and I said, poor boys don't stand a chance. They don't stand a chance. And sure enough, they did it, okay? It's the same. I know you hate it, but just because you hate it, Jeff Saturday, don't mean it's false. And by the way, excuse me, weren't you playing in the dome a vast majority of that time?
Yeah.
So I'm asking. So how did it feel? So how did it feel when you went out in the cold? How did it feel when you went out in the cold? How did it feel? How did it feel when you went out in the cold? It's just a little bit different. Hey, Shannon, have you ever walked by like a tree and it's warm, but the tree, one of the branches scratches you? It's no big deal. But when it's cold and it scratches you, it feels like your damn air fell off.
It's called ice.
Listen to what I want to say about you, Stephen A. I mean, you a man who's talking about walking around with no socks on in December, and you're talking all this nonsense about other people. I know. Listen, you are as soft as there can be. You enjoy that weather. Don't be judging them dudes because they're down in South Beach. Don't be mad at them.
I am now that I've gotten exposed to that weather.
You ain't New York tough. You ain't New York hard. All them things you talk about.
I've given it up. I've retired from that. I've given it up, and I'm proud of it.
Hey,
I am proud of it.
Yeah, I'm listening.
As the guy that spent 14 years career outside in Baltimore and Denver, I think I know a little thing or two about the Colts.
That's right.
And Saturday could attest. The road to the Super Bowl for the Colts went through the dome. It wasn't going outside in New England and Denver and Pittsburgh. It went through the dome. So all that notion he's talking about.
No, we beat Baltimore in Baltimore.
Oh, that one time.
We beat Baltimore, and not only did we beat Baltimore in Baltimore, Shannon, we put 100 yards rushing on them. Now, we kicked 5 field goals, but we rushed for 100 in Baltimore in the playoffs.
Baltimore's way down 95.
And then went home.
Are you teaming up, too?
Listen, I'm born in New Haven, Connecticut.
Are y'all serious right now?
And I hate the cold, too. I got Mediterranean blood. Just because I'm born here, I'm meant to be in warm weather,
We beat Baltimore in Baltimore. And hey, listen, and what about when Tampa? Didn't Tampa have to go when they won the Super Bowl? They always had a problem like when Green Bay always losing. But the year they won, they had to go somewhere cold.
Philly, I was there. I covered the game. They went to Philly.
Okay.
I was there.
So it's possible. So yeah, the Dolphins are dangerous.
Yeah, it's possible.
Tampa couldn't win in the cold either.
Until you do it. Saturday, you got to do it first.
Okay.
We haven't seen Miami do it.
Hey, Shannon, Jeff, check this out.
Even they couldn't. Even they could not.
Fellas, check this out. The game, Tampa Bay versus Philadelphia. Remember, that was at the old Veterans Stadium before Lincoln Financial Field was built, right?
Yeah.
So I'm there covering the game for the Philadelphia Inquirer. I looked 300 pounds because I had on 3 pairs of pants, one of them, two snorkel coats on, 2 gloves. You understand? I mean, I doubled up on everything, and we were still freezing. Still freezing, and that's when I decided this cold in me is over. It's over. It's over.
Yeah, but
I ain't ashamed to tell you.
Saturday, I think you can attest to this. It's a lot different playing. It's a lot different playing in the cold than just sitting in the cold.
No doubt.
You get really, really cold because I went to see my brother play when he was in Green Bay. And I played in Green Bay. It is a ginormous difference to your body to just sit there as opposed to be running around out there. Now, you're still cold, but it's 10, 15 degrees colder when you're just sitting there.
You just sit there. Absolutely.
Listen, I'm not mad at any of you. You're all goals right now, getting somewhere warm. I'm a little bit younger. I got to pay some more dues, but I'm going to do the same thing. Going south.
No apologies.
I'm allergic to the cold.
Apologies.
Allergic to it.
Southwest, somewhere where the sun's out. Absolutely.